nation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
And we are back. So today we are going to be looking at G1 Nightbeat because, well, I've been wanting to make this character for a while. It's just I didn't have the correct shade of blue, or at least enough of it. But I decided to just mix a few different shades of blue and just kind of hope for the best. Pretend if it was like one of those metallic, like, paints, or like if it was one of those chameleon or like iridescent paints where like when the sun hits it, it shines like a different color. We'll go with that. That makes perfect sense. Not to mention, this little eye design looks kind of cool for the car mode. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. But yes, Nightbeat here is modeled after a Porsche 959 sports car. So I actually built his original counterpart, Minerva, before I built this one. So here is Minerva, based on the same type of car, just as a medical version of it. So it's funny how in the original toy they labeled it as an ambulance, but what good is a Porsche as an ambulance? I'm not saying it would be bad as like maybe like a, I don't know, a Navigator car like that leads a convoy of ambulances, but I don't know. I just thought it was funny. So yes, Minerva is based on the same type of car, just in a different paint job. Obviously there are some small differences, but again, when I build these figures, I build them like just whatever I have available at the time, so they may not always be exact, but they use the same general template. So there's Minerva. We'll come back to her in robot mode because that's pretty much where most of the differences are. Also, I did include the headmaster, but like Minerva, I had to make it a separate figure because for the style of Transformers that I go for, it's kind of impossible, at least to a reasonable degree. But without wasting too much time, let's get to the transformation. Okay, so let's start with the transformation. Like I said, the original toy, and I think the original character, or at least Minerva anyway, was a headmaster, so I built a separate figure for it. I couldn't really find good pictures of what the headmaster is supposed to look like, so I just kind of threw something together. Again, a lot of the stuff I build is very inspired. It's not meant to be a direct copy, so there's the headmaster, I guess. So at least I acknowledged it to a degree. Kind of like what I did with Minerva. But yes, I did the same thing for Minerva. I was able to get a little closer to the source material because I was able to find, you know, actual pictures from the animation and such. But anyway, we'll just put them in the back, and he's dead. Well, that's always nice. But anyway, sorry, I'm wasting too much time. Go ahead and fold the legs back. We'll leave them right there for now. Flip up this little canopy section, which would be basically the roof and the pillars on the actual car. Go ahead and take... Now, this is the only part that's... Oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. It's okay, they're Legos. They just snap back together, and we hope for the best. Okay, go ahead and get those legs out of the way. So, this is the only part that's different from my Minerva figure. This actually just folds down and just kind of gets out of the way. On the other one, it was just like a little rotational joint, like a ball joint, I think. Go ahead and fold these back, just kind of gets them out of the way. Doesn't really do much for clearance, but it's better than nothing. Go ahead and rotate the arms forward. There you go. So yeah, my figures are very simplistic, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, there we go. Alright, go ahead and fold the legs forward. So yeah, everything I build is in a very kind of Mega Man sort of anime aesthetic, so again, it's just what I like in case you're new here, but again, I do put a lot of effort into these, at least when it comes to the cosmetic aspect of these figures, just to make them look a little different. But yes, part of the main reason I built Nightbeat here is because I wanted to, because according to the wiki, he's supposed to be very much like a detective type character, which for a lot of the, I guess, spy and espionage missions that go on in my story is something that I really like. So for those who don't know, a lot of my Transformers are in their own little fiction, so that's why certain characters and things exist with other characters from different series and like media, because it's all my own thing, so they all just exist in their own little storyline and universe. But anyway, there's Nightbeat. Let's get Minerva real quick. But anyway, while I'm explaining all that, I'll just transform Minerva. But yes, a lot of my Transformers, so in my story, Minerva is part of the emergency team, which consists of the, basically any character that turns into an emergency vehicle, like Ratchet or Prowl. So like, basically, if they're like an emergency vehicle, like a police car or an ambulance, they basically handle a lot of the human issues or like medical aspects of the team when it comes to dealing with you know, their roles in the story. So there's Minerva. One thing that is slightly different is so on my female characters I use round eyes. On the male ones I use square eyes because it's just kind of a thing they do a lot in anime to kind of differentiate characters and such. Female characters will have generally rounder, softer lines around the eyes, and males will be more aggressive and more like angular. So just a little random thing that I just threw in just because I thought it was interesting. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm not sure what I have planned next, but I've still got plenty of stuff to look at, so until next time, have a good one. Okay, just one last little tidbit that I'm adding in after the main review. I forgot to give him a weapon, so apologies. So here, let's give him this gun here that I built. It's just a generic weapon I just had on standby, but yeah, I know, I forgot to show it off during the main review, but I'll just add it in post-production. And yes, it fires. Yeah.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!